everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am challenging myself to make an entire Thanksgiving dinner. I've never done that before without help, and so much so that I had to go borrow a roaster from my parents and a potato masher because I didn't own one, which is terrible. As you know, I'm Canadian, and so we actually have Thanksgiving in October, which is why I'm doing this challenge now. I will show you step by step what I do, and we'll see if I pass or fail this challenge. First, we're gonna take off all the jewelry and wash my hands so that I don't get it full of gross stuff. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm seriously making this up, so please don't judge me. I'm just going to make a garlic herb butter rub to put on the turkey. I'm going to preheat the oven. Pretty much everything I saw was 325. Now, some of it I saw you keep the turkey uncovered. Some of it I saw you keep the turkey covered. I'm gonna keep the turkey uncovered because I honestly don't know what I'm doing. So the first thing we're gonna do is, I'm going to soften, I have softened butter here, and I'm just going to make my way through it before I start adding in all of the lovely ingredients that I want. Truthfully, I'll probably get my hands dirty in this one, so. We're gonna add some salt and pepper to it, because why not? Pretty much just making garlic and herb. Some salt, not a lot of salt, because we don't want to over salt the turkey. I think I'm going to do a little bit of oregano, basil, and thyme. And when I say a little, maybe a teaspoon, tablespoonish, about a little bit of my palm kind of thing. Some of the recipes actually did call for lime or lemon juice, so I'm going to actually do that because I think that sounds delicious. And it might soften up the butter a little more. I'm just gonna mix this up first. I love Thanksgiving. It's one of my favorite holidays. Probably because it's in October, and I love fall and autumn and all that fun stuff. So for me, it's associated with that. Just, again, because I'm Canadian. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing all the American Thanksgiving stuff in November. All right, let's add the garlic. I love garlic, so this is probably gonna be a lot of garlic. And yes, I'm lazy, so we're using garlic. Jarred garlic. All right, once this is all incorporated, it literally says just to spread it all over your turkey, which I'm going to do. Get the turkey nice and dry because we want it all buttery, you guys. And yeah, before you come after me, I can wash my hands. So I don't really care about the gloves. I wash my hands. All right, we're just gonna butter the crap out of this thing, I think. I'm probably doing this wrong. Oh well. I technically bought a butter-infused turkey, so I actually don't know, again, if this is going to be good or not. And then all the cooking instructions said breast side down, so we are going to do that. Breast side down. All right, wash my hands. Oh, perfect timing. So I don't know if this is right or not, but we're just gonna toss it in there. Okay, this is gonna go in, 325. And it says 2.5 to 3 hours, so we're just gonna stick it in there, let her do that. And then when it gets closer to the time where I need to cook the rest of this, I will do that. We're gonna be making green bean casserole, mashed potatoes. I bought a pumpkin pie because I wasn't gonna attempt to make that. And my mom graciously gave me some homemade buns. Okay, so there's not a whole heck of a lot of time left on the turkey. All right, next I'm just going to attempt to make the mashed potatoes. Again, I've never done this before. I know that sounds crazy that I am somebody who likes to cook and I've never made mashed potatoes, but I'm also not a big fan of mashed potatoes. The texture kind of freaks me out. So we're just gonna try it and see how it goes. I am going to leave the skin on so that I have that extra bit of texture. I do find that mashed potatoes with the skin on doesn't give me that ick factor. I'm using yellow potatoes or golden potatoes because I was told that that's the best potato to use. So one of the things about Thanksgiving that I love so much is just because it does help me remember all the things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my health and my life and all the opportunities I have had. I'm thankful for my family and friends, which I mean is a pretty obvious thing for me to be thankful for, but not a lot of people are probably as privileged as I am with the amount of support and love that I do have in my life. I'm thankful for my animals, thankful for my house. Also, not a lot of people my age can say that they own their own house, and well, not just own it, but I also don't have a mortgage on it, which I do have to say that I am extremely thankful for. I'm also smart enough not to buy a $1 million house. My house is not that big. It's not that much money. This is like an emotional outlet for me, this channel. For all of you people that actually watch me, I don't think I can say it enough. I'm just how grateful I am that you even want to watch somebody like me on YouTube. I'm actually doing this just because I think it's fun. I believe that you should do everything in your life that you want to do, whether it scares you or not. And I mean, putting myself on the internet is a scary thing for most of the part, but I do think that this channel is something that I can say in 2025 that I'm extremely grateful for, and I can't believe that I get to do it whenever I want, which is really cool to me. I'm also extremely grateful for my business and my business partner and the things that we do there. I just love this time of year. I mean, I'm grateful for this stuff every day, but I like this time of year because it really does make people think about outside box things that they're thankful for. Anyway, let's finish making the potatoes. So all I did with the potatoes was cut them into, same size pieces. I am just going to salt the water, bring it to a boil. Once it's at a boil, let it simmer until it's fork tender. All right, now we're going to do the green bean casserole. I mean, the only reason that I find this challenge difficult is because I've never done this kind of cooking before. I do like to cook, if you guys have seen on my social medias. That is something that I do regularly. So this might have been more challenging for somebody who doesn't cook very often. I actually think the turkey is done, which is good. Let's check it. Pretty sure it's golden brown. Ooh, that's pretty golden brown, you guys. Woo! Not bad, not bad. I am gonna just set it on the stove. Oh shoot, I lost all my stuff. Because we are just gonna, and I'm gonna cover it with the lid, and we're just going to let it rest until I have the ability to take it out, cut it up, and we'll make the gravy out of the drippings, of course. Clearly there's drippings on the floor. My dog is licking the floor. Okay. So I do know that it is a can of, you can use mushroom or cream of chicken. I like cream of mushroom, so that's what I'm gonna use. Okay, so we need half a cup of milk. Tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm just gonna eyeball the soy sauce, you guys, just because. Gonna whisk that together. Trying not to make a mess, which I'm clearly not being successful at. Okay, after that is whisked together, I'm just going to cut up the green beans into essentially bite-sized pieces. You can take the tips and tails off if you want, it's up to you. I don't really care if they're in there, so I'm just gonna do that. Cut them up into bite-sized pieces. I know I have other viewers from different countries. What other celebrations do you guys have? Like, I know Thanksgiving, I'm pretty sure Thanksgiving is just a Canadian and American holiday. I could be wrong on that. Please don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure it is. And so what other holidays do people celebrate outside of the norm? I'd like to know. I mean, as you know, Canadian and Americans celebrate this holiday on different days. Americans do it in I believe it's the last Thursday of November. Please don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure that's when it is, because that's why they have Black Friday, which we also do in November. We do Black Friday in Canada, just because might as well be competitive with sales when it's right before Christmas. One of my favorite parts about Thanksgiving is sitting around the table and just kind of chatting with everybody you haven't seen in a while, whether it's family or friends. I'm also a really big person that does like Friendsgiving. Yes, I just said it. Just because yes, I'm super, super close with my immediate family, but I have a chosen family as well. My best friend and me she's my best friend, but have been best friends for over 20 years, and she's more like family. Her kids call me auntie and all that, so I find that having Friendsgiving is also a big part, because I think that when you love people, why not celebrate that? I mean, you don't have to just celebrate it at Thanksgiving. It just, when people don't live near you, it does give us an excuse to get together when you live far apart. Or even from your own family, if you live in different places from your own family. I'm lucky enough to live pretty close to my immediate family. I didn't have to do that because, as I've said on the channel before, I did live in Australia, and I decided to move back home. I could have stayed there if I wanted to, but I do love my home and I love my family, but I didn't want to have to travel 14 and a half hours every time I wanted to come home. All right, so for the green beans, we're just gonna mix that up. And they say to add salt and pepper. I'm not gonna add salt because there's a lot of salt in the soy sauce and in the soup. But I will add some pepper, and then you are supposed to add 2/3 of a cup of crispy fried onions. So just 2/3 of a cup. And you just mix that in. And the oven at 350 for 25 minutes. Finish doing this all up once those potatoes are fork tender. Okay, potatoes are done. Woo! Butter. And milk. Salt and pepper. I know some of them called for like heavy cream and stuff like that, but I don't have heavy cream and I don't plan to have heavy cream. So we're just gonna mash these bad boys up. And it just keeps saying add liquid until you get to the consistency you like. I gotta say, this is a pretty interesting challenge for me. Because like I say, I like to cook, but when I try cooking other things, and honestly, if you guys like the cooking ones, I will challenge myself to cook more stuff. I really will, so I'm okay with that. Pepper. And just another dash of milk. All mixed in, incorporated. Taste test time. Not bad. Okay, and then green bean casserole. When it's all bubbly, you want to take it out. Now this I've made before. We're just gonna give it a quick stir. Flatten it out again. And then for the last 5 minutes, we're just going to, so I'm just gonna sprinkle more of those onion pieces just on top. And then you're just gonna put it back in the oven for 5 more minutes just to get everything nice and crispy. Now the challenge is really gonna start, you guys. I now need to cut the turkey. I can already tell this is gonna be a disaster. I said, take off the back leg. That came off pretty darn easy. Probably means that I cooked this correctly. It is very juicy and very going to make a mess on my kitchen. The other one came out just nice and easy. Perfect. Okay. So I am going to keep the bones to make bone broth, but I'm making a huge mess. It's a juicy bird. I wonder if that means I did it right. Let's hope. I'll peel the skin back. Eek. I can see why. That's disgusting. Right down the center. Right where the breastbone is. Whew. That is still pretty hot. I know everybody's going to flame me. It's okay. I'm really okay with that. Oh, wow. I'm pretty impressed as to how easily this is coming off. Oh, look at that. There we go. Breast off. And then there's the wing. Here's the joint of the wing. Done. I forgot about the casserole, you guys. Is that a fail number 1? Number 2? Oh, they're pretty crispy, but that's okay. How cool does that look? Yummy. I'll show you guys all the finishing touches when it's done. And then I'll also show you when I plate it. But I'm probably gonna clean up my kitchen before that. If there's one thing that I learned while cooking, clean up as you go. Okay, I'm gonna try it. It's a little piece right here. Oh, that's pretty good turkey, you guys. I think I might have passed. Okay, I'm going to make the gravy. So there's a lot of flavor in that already. I already know that. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn my burner on to about medium high. And I'm just making a slurry with water and cornstarch. Okay, you guys, I have officially made my Thanksgiving dinner. I think I did okay. Taste tests, here we go. I did not make the pumpkin pie. I refused to make pumpkin pie. And I also did not make cranberry sauce because I also did not want to make that, but all right. Potatoes with gravy. It's pretty good, if I do say so myself. I mean, I know the casserole is going to be good. I've made it before. Just as good as before. All in all, I have to say, I think this was a successful challenge. I'm pretty sure that I did it correctly. You guys can tell me in the comments just what you think, if this was a pass or fail. I mean, the turkey tastes great, which is shocking for me. And same with the gravy and the potatoes. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. So let me know in the comments what you think. And for me, I think I'd get a pass for this challenge. Well, you guys, I'm just editing this week's video and I realized I never made the stuffing. So I unfortunately am going to have to say that I might have failed this challenge. Maybe a 50-50 split, but who forgets stuffing for a Thanksgiving challenge, honestly? Anyways, if you liked this video still, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And when life feels gray, let's find the black and white balance. Have a great week, you guys.